Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's explainer, where we're basically opening up an absolute masterclass on scaling your AI data career earnings. Look, if you've been grinding away on platforms like Outlier, doing all this data training, and kind of wondering why your dashboard just isn't reflecting the sheer effort you're putting in, well, you are exactly where you need to be. We're going to break down the exact strategies, the workflows, and the rock-solid proofs of data integrity. And all of this is sourced straight from a senior data professional who literally specializes in RLHF, teaching AI through human feedback, plus SQL database querying and business intelligence. We're going to look at exactly what it takes to actually thrive in this ecosystem.
But right off the bat, let's address the elephant in the room. A lot of people fail this task, and I'm going to show you exactly why. That's just the brutal reality of the Outlier platform, right? So many gig workers and data pros log in, they do the work, and then they just stare at a dashboard showing totally underwhelming earnings or worse, rejected work. It's incredibly frustrating. The pain of failing tasks or having your work kicked back is entirely real. But the logic we're about to uncover, it genuinely creates better results. We're going to look at the whole system through the lens of someone who actually succeeds.
And we know for a fact this strategy works, all thanks to one massive number: 500. Our source for today's explainer has personally audited 500 tasks. Think about that. That is an enormous sample size of real-world data. When you audit that many submissions across RLHF and SQL, you don't just see one-off mistakes anymore, You start to see patterns. You see exactly what these AI companies are hungry for and exactly what triggers an automatic fail. We're pulling directly from this deep well of authority to figure out how to win at this game.
So here's our game plan for today's masterclass. 1. The outlier failure myth. 2. Proof of data integrity. 3. The technical workflow. And 4. Strategy for long-term scale. Let's get into it.
Starting with Section 1, the outlier failure myth.
Right, so it is definitely time to bust the absolute biggest misconception out there right now. The number one myth about outlier payments is that it's somehow random. Actually, scratch that. It's definitely not random. So many people seem to believe that getting a task accepted or rejected, or getting placed in a certain pay tier, is basically just a roll of the dice, like it's just bad luck or a glitch in the system. But here's the reality. AI companies operate on super strict logic. They pay for precision. So the crucial point is the outcomes you're seeing are a direct reflection of the data integrity you're providing. It's a highly calibrated machine. Once you realize it's not random, you can actually start taking control of your earnings.
Moving right along to Section 2, proof of data integrity.
Let's really break down the exact business logic these AI companies are using behind the scenes. We need to get our definition straight first. Data integrity simply means providing the clean, precise, and logically sound data that AI models desperately need to function and learn correctly. This is absolutely crucial. It's the highest priority for your success. Look, AI models are wildly complex, sure, but at their core, they are completely dependent on what they are fed. The data must flow correctly. If the underlying logic is flawed, the whole model just falls apart. So maintaining this integrity isn't just some nice little bonus for the company, it is literally the entire product. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive divide between those who fail and those who actually scale their earnings. On one side, you've got poor work, skipping steps, rushing through the prompts, totally ignoring those subtle little errors just to hit submit faster. But on the flip side, you have high integrity work. This is where you're applying strict rules, using crystal clear reasoning, and making absolutely sure everything flows perfectly. These companies literally pay top dollar for this exact precision. Taking this high integrity approach is what's going to scale your income, simply because it's exactly what the entire system is built to reward. So if you want to unlock those elusive high-tier tasks, you really need to hyper-focus your energy on a few core skills. We're talking about SQL, RLHF, ETL pipelines, extracting, transforming, and loading data, and business intelligence, or BI workflows. This right here is the absolute foundation. You don't necessarily have to be the world's foremost expert on every single thing, but mastering these specific segments, that's a real game changer. That's what allows you to consistently deliver the high-integrity work we were just talking about. All right, let's jump into Section 3, the technical workflow. Now we're getting to the good stuff. This workflow is essentially your ultimate over-the-shoulder guide to beating those crazy high failure rates. Whenever you open up a new task, here is the exact 4-step masterclass workflow you've got to follow. Step 1, always check the prompt logic first. Don't just immediately start typing, really understand what the prompt is fundamentally asking. Step 2, apply strict SQL rules. Precision is literally everything here. Step 3, Examine your ETL pipeline to make sure the data flows exactly how it should. And finally, step 4, fix any errors before you hit submit. Remember, quality directly determines your pay. Sticking to this sequential workflow directly links the technical stuff you're doing to the financial results hitting your bank account. Okay, let's pause for a quick second because I want to test your instincts here. I'm going to ask you an exact technical quiz question posed by our source. Imagine you're deep in the middle of an RLHF task and boom, you spot a SQL error. Do you fix it right then and there or do you report it first? Seriously, think about that for a second. It's a massive decision point, and honestly, it trips up a ton of people. Because how you handle these weird little anomalies directly impacts your underlying data integrity score.
Well, the absolute correct approach when you hit one of these roadblocks is that you have to identify the edge case, and this is the absolutely crucial part. Explain your reasoning super clearly. Remember, these models need insanely clean data to actually learn anything. If you just quietly fix a bug, or worse, just blindly skip over it, the AI has no clue why that data was flawed in the first place. You've got to document your logic, explain exactly why that edge case popped up, and the reasoning behind how you solved it. Honestly, providing this level of clarity is the exact thing that separates the top-tier earners from everybody else.
And finally, section 4, strategy for long-term scale. So now we're zooming out from just executing a single task to looking at your overarching strategy. And to do that, I've got to deliver a pretty harsh but deeply valuable truth straight from our source. Poor work kills your account. It's really that simple. And honestly, it's that final. If you're constantly skipping steps or trying to creatively game the system or just consistently submitting low-integrity data, your account isn't just going to see lower pay. It's going to get completely terminated. The business logic of these platforms just straight up cannot tolerate garbage data because it actively poisons their models. Trying to take shortcuts will, without a doubt, destroy your earning potential entirely. So then, what exactly is the winning strategy? Well, it's all about using what the source calls the binge bridge strategy. Basically, binging educational content to build a bridge over your knowledge gaps, step by step. Whatever you do, don't just rush headfirst into massively complex tasks when you aren't ready. Take a step back. Take the time to really master core SQL syntax through dedicated training first, and then take that knowledge back to the platform. By building up that rock-solid foundation, you're guaranteeing that every single task you submit is top-tier quality. Because at the end of the day, integrity creates longevity. That right there is the real secret to securely scaling your income over time.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, kind of provocative thought to help you evaluate your own workflow. Ask yourself, are you genuinely building step-by-step expertise, or are you honestly just looking for quick shortcuts? The reality of how this system pays out is crystal clear. Absolute precision and data integrity are your only true paths to making real money. So take a hard look at your workflow today, start prioritizing true expertise, and please, stop relying on luck. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.